Okay, welcome ladies and gentlemen. This is Dean Holland here with you for a very special training session today. Really excited to get into this with you guys. We're going to show you how to create an automated sales system that runs 24/7 online to attract leads, get customers, and make big ticket sales. So really excited to kind of just get into what I'm doing in my online business now and how what I'm doing now and have been for the last, say, 2 years, 18 months, something like that, has really changed a great deal for me, okay? So just to kind of address some things that right from the ground upwards that could possibly be on some people's minds right now, and I really want to get this straight out the way from the beginning. Well, let's look first. Why do you need an online sales system? Well, obviously you're all here because you're looking to either get an internet business started or further better the internet business you already had and achieve higher levels of success and results in your current business. Well, in order for money to be made, I think it's obvious to say a sale must take place, right? If you earn money or if you spend money, you're exchanging that money in exchange for a product or a service of some kind, right? Well, the internet allows us to make those sales on a global scale. We're no longer confined to the high street that the stores are on. We're no longer confined to the country that we're in. We can work on a global scale to make those sales and generate an income in our business. And another great thing about the internet, it doesn't go to sleep when we do. Even if you don't get much sleep, the internet never sleeps. It never stops. And so the internet allows you to make those sales, not just on a global scale, but it also allows you to make those sales completely around the clock, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year. And the fantastic thing as well, aside from all of that, is that technology nowadays, whether you're technologically skilled or not yourself, whether you've got the abilities or you haven't, you have to outsource or things like that, the bottom line is the technology is in existence to allow us to automate a lot of these processes. Okay, so it's clear to see that there really is nothing better, in my own personal opinion, than having an internet-based sales system to run your business and generate your income. Now, what should you be selling? Well, products or services, or both. Okay, products and services, products or services. Personally, because obviously I think what's important just to cover here is you aren't confined to any particular type of product, be it physical, digital, or in any type of market or niche. You're not confined with that with the internet. You can literally sell whatever it is that you want to sell to generate your money in your business. But what I'm personally going to recommend that you do, and I think probably naturally most people watching this are going that route anyway, or wish to go that route, I recommend selling digital products over physical products. Personally, for me, the benefits are the reduced cost in overheads. If you're selling a physical product, you have to actually buy in that stock, okay, in order to sell that. That obviously reduces the amount of money you can make, the profit margins, typically. Digital products, in my own opinion, they're more scalable. Okay, you can sell unlimited quantities once you have a digital product. And it's very much easier, in my own opinion, to automate product fulfillment, to get that product to your customers. And you can also do so very much quicker than having to ship a physical product out. So many advantages to actually having a digital product business, an informational product business, or a software product business based online that you can sell round the clock around the globe, okay? And just a quick note with regards to why we're kind of touching on, what you should be selling in the product side of things. One of the things I will be kind of touching on and getting into in a short while is the fact that you do need multiple products, okay? Not just one product. Each of your products is actually going to have its own purpose and own position, as I call it, in your business, okay? Each product, when you have an online sales system like what I'm going to be breaking down for you very shortly, each product kind of has its own role, if you like, in the business. It does its own purpose, it serves its own purpose, and does its own kind of role in your system, if you like. Call it the secret sauce, call it what you like. We'll get into this more very shortly. Okay. Now, these products can be your own. Okay. I'm sure there's people here watching this with me on the webinar, watching this training, that are in a variety of positions. Some will be brand new, some will have been trying for some time, not yet getting results. Some will have been trying for some time, getting results, but not 100% happy with where they're at. Okay, and I'm sure there's just some people here trying to see what I'm up to. Okay, now, these products that I'm talking about, because obviously you have to be selling something. You're not going to make any money unless you sell something, right? So you're here to learn to build an internet business. Okay, so you have to be selling something. Now, whether you're in a position to be able to create your own products, as in do you have the knowledge or experience to do so or not, that really doesn't need to hold you back. Okay, and that's what I want to say. These products can be your own, that you have created personally, or you can actually have others create those products for you. Okay, you can leverage other people's, or they can be, as I say, you can actually have them created so they are your product, but you didn't physically do that, so you've actually paid someone to create a product. Okay, very popular in this day and age, people having WordPress plugins or pieces of softwares created by programmers. They don't know how to do it themselves, and they go on to sell a lot of them and make a lot of money. So there's different options. Now, aside from that, you can actually be other people's products completely that you actually sell for a commission. So you don't handle any of the building side of things. No product creation, no website, sales pages, sales materials, all that kind of stuff can be handled completely by other people. And this is known more commonly as affiliate marketing, right? Where you are paid a commission for sales you make of a product. Now, both of these different directions, be it creating your own product or leveraging other people's products for a commission, both of them have positives and negatives, and we can discuss those in a short while. And there'll also be something you'll discover going forwards that you may never actually heard of in the past that's a bit off the usual track to those two ways we're talking about there. And this can actually allow you to have 4- and 5-figure days online without actually touching a product at all. Okay, so we can also discuss that. Now, if I just get my mouse, we can move this on. Now, who should you be selling to? Okay, well, this is a big, big thing. Okay, and here's what I'm going to say to you. Very quick, very simple, very easy to comprehend, I hope. You should be selling to a hungry market that has a strong desire to solve a problem in their life. Okay, a hungry market that has a strong desire to solve a problem in their life. Just quickly make sure everyone's with me, paying attention, understands everything. Quick yes in the chat box. Who grasps that? Who understands what I'm saying when I say you should be selling to a market that has a strong desire to solve a problem in their life? Everyone with me? Everyone get that? Okay, yes. A lot of people saying yes. Okay, fantastic. Right, now here's the big ones that I recommend that really are kind of very large niches, very large markets that have an urgent need to solve a problem in their life. Okay, you've got health, you've got wealth, and you've got relationships. Okay, now obviously there's a lot, actually there's kind of smaller markets within each of those. Health, it could be losing weight, it could be certain diets, it could be fitness, all those things that fit under the health category. Massive, massive market, particularly, when the New Year's start, you see the infomercials, the adverts on television, you start seeing the box sets being pushed, P90X, all that kind of stuff. Big, big markets. People all year round are trying to commit themselves to getting fit, to getting healthy. There's probably the big pushes in that niche, if you like. At the start of the year, people set the New Year's resolutions, they start going to the gym, and it fades off. Well, then it starts getting near summer, and all of a sudden people think, I'm not going to fit in that, in those swim shorts, in that bikini, things like that. So it's a huge, huge market, that side of things. Wealth. We're in the wealth market, the overall wealth market, if you like, right now ourselves. You've got the opportunity market, the home business market, the affiliate marketing, wealth creation, higher levels of wealth creation. There's a lot under that category, but again, it's huge. And all of these three that I'm talking about here, they're not just here and they may be gone in a year's time or anything like that. These are evergreen, huge, huge markets. And relationships, dating, how to get your ex back, all different things like that. The relationship, the dating market, again, vast, vast market, huge, huge, phenomenal, phenomenal reach that you can get out to in any of those three. And the key is, as to why they're in that position and why they're the big markets, is because they have people within them, the target market within those industries, the target customers, the prospects in there have an urgent desire to solve a problem in their life. Health, it's approaching summer, it's only a few months away. How am I going to fit in, how am I going to look any good on the beach? I've got a huge problem, I need to start losing weight, I need to get in shape. Big urgent desire, right? People are going to spend money on it. Wealth, You know, I've got retirement coming up in a few years, or, you know, I'm really only just scraping by every month and I'm absolutely sick and tired of just getting by in life. You've got an urgent problem that you want to solve. You know, relationships. Are you tired of being on your own, or have you just split up with a partner and you want to figure out how to get them back? You'd like some advice on how you could possibly win back your lost lover, your lost partner. You know, big, urgent, strong desire that people are willing to spend money on. Okay, a hungry market with a strong desire to solve a problem. Okay, and that's what you're looking for, right? Now, me personally, and I think this is clear why we're here, you know, I am personally focused 99% of my business within the wealth creation or opportunity or home business market, whatever you'd want to call it. And I do that for a number of reasons, largely because it certainly fits the bill on all the things that I was just saying to you there. You know, strong desire, people within this industry, you know, like yourselves, like me, have a strong desire to achieve better in their life, a strong desire to make money, to build a business for whatever their own personal goals, be it they don't like working for someone else, or they're sick and tired of not spending enough time with their loved ones, their family, their children. They're sick and tired of not earning enough money and getting by. They're in a job they hate. Okay, all those things. You know, information sold within this industry, within this niche, within this market carries a high value to a customer. You know, in my business, we have products that range from as little as, say, 10, 20 bucks. And I actually consult with businesses, very successful businesses, that carry, you know, substantial 5-figure fees. You know, because the information that you can gain, the knowledge you can gain within this industry is very, very valuable to others. Okay, so premium pricing of your products and your services, you know, it's very, very valuable market to be within. Another great thing is that serving within this market, serving your target audience within this market can change the lives of other people as well as your own. You know, for me now, in the position where my business is at and the kind of level that it's at, I take huge, you know, liking, or, you know, huge happiness myself in the fact that what I'm able to help other people with, to impart some of the knowledge I've learned over the last 10 years into others, can very much change their lives as well as my own. Okay, and that's very, very satisfying to be in that position. Okay, another reason why I'm in, you know, why this is a huge market and why I focus on it largely myself, it's what I would classify as what you might call a constantly replenishing market. Okay, and what I mean by that is there's certain markets that you could perceive as maybe, oh, that's a great market to be in, but once people have solved their problem, they've no need for you anymore. Okay, and that may be, for example, let me try and think of an example. Let's just say if you was in some kind of market whereby someone had a particular health condition, okay, a condition that could be cured, okay, it's not a severe condition, it's just maybe an embarrassing condition of some kind, and they feel a bit embarrassed to go into a shop, they come online, they're looking for some form of solution to their problem. They buy an information product, there's someone telling them how they dealt with the problem, and once that problem's cured, they've no need for you anymore. So in that type of market, you're going to kind of struggle to scale because you're going to constantly have to rely on new business. Whereas in the home business market, in the opportunity market, you have people, let's just say, for example, I've got customers that have been customers of mine for years. They've bought my lower end products, the lower priced products, you know, kind of the entry level products at, you know, less than $100. And they've gone on to join coaching programs of mine into the, you know, $1,000, multiple $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, you know, because the great thing about the opportunity market, in my own opinion, is, let's just say if you bought a training guide from me, a video product, and it taught you a particular certain skill or a particular process, if you like, to get a particular result. Once you've achieved a particular result, you may be interested in then further investing with me for me to help you further with your business to scale up. Okay, so not only is there new people every single day coming online looking to better their positions and coming into the business market, there is also the people that are already in it that are continually reinvesting into their business to get further help to scale. And I know I've certainly done this. You know, I'm always looking for mentors now. I've paid as much as $1,000 an hour recently just to have an hour-long conversation with someone. I'm always reinvesting because I know that by doing that, I can grow and become even more successful and have a better business and lifestyle. Okay, so that to me again makes it a fantastic market to be within. And again, kind of touching on what I just said there, if you serve this market well and you always focus on value within this industry, you'll have customers for life. And you can make a real big difference. You know, sometimes I speak to people and I say, you know, what is your real reason for wanting an online business? You know, because obviously everyone says, well, I want to make more money, you know, or I'd love to quit my job. But do you know one of the biggest reasons that so many people give me? You know, it's staggering how many people, which is phenomenal to see. A lot of people say, well, I want to be able to give back. I want to be able to help charities. I want to be able to help my local church. You know, many people say things like that. And you know, the best way to do that is to give value in your market, build a very successful business, become wealthy yourself, so you're in a fantastic position to do that. You know, so for me, the opportunity market, the home business, the internet marketing, call it what you like, this for me is the #1 industry to be in for those reasons. And it's so satisfying to get yourself into that position. Okay? Now, you yourself, you know, obviously it's totally your decision. This will be over to you. You're responsible for your own future, your own business, but you may actually find the opportunity market yourself a fantastic starting place. You know, a fantastic starting place for you to educate yourself and become knowledgeable and gain the skills to grow a successful business. And when you've done that, you may actually find that you love this industry so much, you love this market so much that it becomes a lifelong passion and business focus for you once you've mastered it. Okay, because here's the deal. Okay, here's the thing. You are your target market, or you are what will become your target market once you make the transition from prospect to marketer, from prospect to business owner. You go from the one always needing the help to the one giving the help, to the one helping others. So where you're at right now, for those of you that, you know, aren't really out the starting gates yet, maybe you've tried for a long time, but you're not quite seeing a consistent return on your efforts, on what you're putting into your business. It's not quite, the results aren't quite coming back yet. Well, where you're at right now, if that is you, you are your target market. Okay? So you know that, you actually, whether you think it or not yet, or whether you realize it or not yet, you've actually got the greatest amount of knowledge of all the markets to be in, because you're in it right now and you're going through the things that you can help other people through. Does that make sense? Does everyone understand that? Just before we move on, does that make sense to everyone? I hate to think I've just, sometimes I kind of really get into this because this is my passion, you know, this is what I enjoy. You know, so let's just check. Yep, yes. Okay, fantastic, great stuff. You see, once you've actually got the skills though, once you've learned it, once you understand how to make money online, once you understand internet marketing as a skill, you can take that and apply it to any niche or any market that you like, because it's a process, it's a formula. It's a systematic process that once you know, it doesn't matter what industry you want to be in, you can do it. And you can do it successfully because the skills and the knowledge give you that ability. That's the power. You can take anything away from me in my life, but you cannot take my knowledge and my ability to know what I know. And that'll be the same for you. Okay? So, really kind of a bit of an introduction there, covering some ground levels, but over the next kind of 20, 25 minutes or so, you're going to learn a great deal more. Okay? We're going to discuss what I call the success metric that controls the success of your business. Okay? We're going to discuss the most reliable form of internet income that I recommend you focus on growing daily. Certainly weekly, monthly, and every as often as you can. We're also going to give you or explain to you the InRamp webpage that you should not run an online business without, and we'll explain why shortly. Going to get into the most effective sales funnel structure that actually makes all of this selling stuff easy, because at the end of the day, if you're anything like me, I certainly didn't come into this industry being a salesman. I didn't have any sales experience. In fact, I no background in sales or marketing whatsoever, and maybe you're the same. You know, I still don't classify myself as a salesman. I class myself as a business consultant, as a marketer, you know, with the skills to leverage the internet to market. Okay, we're going to discuss what I call MMCs, what they are and how to use them to make 4 and 5 figures per day. We're going to also finally cover the easiest and fastest way to create a 6-figure business online. Okay, so plenty to learn here, and I think the rest of the session discussing all of this will only probably take around half an hour. Okay, so I really want to try and give you a lot in a nice, timely manner, okay? Just very, very quickly, you may be on this webinar because you're kind of thinking, who the heck's this guy talking, giving us this advice? Who is he? Well, as I said in the introduction, my name is Dean Holland. I actually live in England, in the UK. 5 years ago, I was what I would kind of say a washed-up construction worker. I actually worked at the largest construction firm in the local county where I live, which is Nottinghamshire. If any of you have ever heard the tale of Robin Hood, that's where I'm from, Nottinghamshire, in England, in the UK. And I was well and truly, absolutely confined, stuck, and battled into the corporate rat race. You know, I'd have to leave my home at 6:30 in the morning latest, Monday to Friday. I'd have to drive and commute for an hour to get to the head office of this construction company. That is actually the head office you see in that photo. And I wouldn't get home till about 7 p.m. in the evening, you know, stuck in rush hour traffic, absolutely hating it. Arriving at a job that I didn't even enjoy doing, to be honest. It was just a way of making some money. I really, really hated it, if I'm honest. If I'm truthful now, wasn't for me, but it was a way of paying the bills, and that's something we've all got to do, right? Now, by the time 2008 hit, or 2008 landed, should I say, I'd actually been trying and failing for 4 full years to make money online. I actually got started a decade ago now, so 10 years ago was when I made this first very, very bizarre discovery that people were making money on the internet. And it very much gripped me from the very beginning. I've got to be honest, I became very fascinated by it. I became very, almost obsessed by this. You know, I've always kind of strived to make money in my life. I've always, you know, I'm not saying I'm old or anything like that, but I've always from a young age felt like, you know, I want nice things. I want to be able to drive nice cars. I want to be my own boss. You know, I want all these nice things. And when I started reading these sales pages of internet marketers claiming to make all this insane figures of money that they claim to be making on a weekly, a monthly, or even daily basis, it absolutely shocked me, to be honest. I was stunned and maybe a little bit naive, if I'm honest. Well, absolutely naive, not a little bit. And I became very much gripped by it. I started buying products after products after products, reading sales page after sales page. My email inbox was completely bombarded day in, day out with also what seemed to be 100 plus emails a day. It may not have been that extreme, but it's just what it felt like. Okay, and it just felt like every email I opened would be another offer, another offer, another offer. And the longer time went on, the more desperate I became. The more frantically I started buying products. And it got to a point, actually, I can look back now. I didn't see it at the time. I was obviously had, you know, foggy glasses on or something like that. I didn't realize it at the time, but I became that desperate that I actually didn't really do anything with a lot of the things I bought. You know, and I've realized now that that was probably my biggest screw-up, if you like, not actually doing anything, not taking action. And by the time 2008 hit, I'd tried and failed for 4 years. I'd actually spent over $60,000. Okay, to me, at that time, I was 24 years old in 2008, absolutely broken, okay, absolutely horrific stage in my life. I'd not even made a single dollar. And the worst thing was I felt that embarrassed, you know, I felt that ashamed of what I'd done and the situation I'd allowed myself to get into. I almost felt, you know, very much foolish, you know, for doing it. You know, how the heck did I allow myself to get in such a mess? I had about 5 credit cards, 2 bank loans. I was in a horrific position, and I was that embarrassed about it, no one knew. I didn't dare face up to the mess I'd caused. Okay, so I didn't tell my parents, I didn't tell, you know, my partner at the time. Nobody knew. So I was carrying on this life, living a lie with all this, you know, this heavy brick on my back, on my shoulders constantly. And the bottom line is, I was completely lost, completely frustrated, overwhelmed, and just had absolutely no idea what to do next. You know, and that's the truth. I felt like I'd tried everything. I felt like I was doing everything I should do. I didn't know what I was doing wrong. I didn't know what was missing. I didn't know where to turn next. And then one day I got an opportunity, and it was actually the last, for me, looking back, I believe, although I didn't really probably see it at the time, but looking back, I can probably say it was my last chance, because I really don't know where else I would have gone after this. And I got an opportunity. It was about $500 at the time, okay, and it was the last bit of money I could scrimp and scrape together. And in about late October, early November of 2008, I got a mentor, and I joined a coaching program. And it was actually not a one-on-one coaching or anything like that. I was actually a part of a weekly live coaching with about 500 or 600 people on the webinars. So it wasn't like I got one-on-one attention or anything like that. But what I did get was I started learning from someone that was actually doing it. They were, at the time, although mega successful now they are, at the time, they were making about $20,000 a month, okay, online, which, again, absolutely staggering, or more so to me at that time, right, after 4 years of struggle. And finally I actually began to learn exactly what to do. Instead of just watching a video or anything like that, or trying to, just reading a sales page or things like that, I actually had someone taking me step by step through what to do. And how to do it correctly, okay, and also providing the support. If I had a question, I could send in a question in the support desk and get answers, and this was different to anything I'd done in the past. It was a proven plan, if you like, and faster than I could ever imagine. Even now I look back and think it was absolutely a whirlwind that went on. It was crazy. Faster than I could ever have imagined. My life changed forever at that point, okay, literally. That quickly, my life changed instantly, okay? And literally within a few weeks of learning exactly what to do from someone that was already doing it, that's the key. This person was doing it, and I got to see how they were doing it, and I started implementing it myself. And I had my first $500 day online within just a few weeks. And I remember a huge week for me. I was still at the construction company, of course, working my Monday to Friday, hellish kind of job that I hated, on about $100 a day, the equivalent of about $100 a day at my construction job. And I remember I had this 1 week online after about 6 weeks of being in that coaching, and I made $1,729 in a single 1 week period. Now, to some of you that may be a lot of money. To some of you you may think, well, that's nothing to brag about. But at that time, imagine, I don't know where you're at right now, but if you are in the position or have been in the position where you've struggled for a considerable amount of time, you've not even seen that first $1 or $10 back, imagine making $1,729 in 7 days. It was 3 weeks of wages at my construction job. And from that point onwards, a lot changed. Majorly because, or largely because, I actually proven that I could do it. And that was the key. I knew finally I could do it. And 8 months later, I walked into the door of what is my now former boss's office and handed in my letter of resignation. I had to give 30 days notice. I walked into that door and I said, I am out of here. I'm quitting. Gave my 30 days notice. And the 1st of June 2009 was my very first day as a full-time internet entrepreneur. And it was quite a strange thing. I didn't really know what to do with myself to start with. But what did happen, there were several things. One, I knew now how to make money online, okay, how to make sales online and build a business on the internet. And 2, I now had all my time to put into it. So it means instead of scrimping and scraping an hour or 2 together each night after my construction job when I was exhausted, I now had 24 hours a day if I wanted, 7 days a week to commit to building my business and creating my dream lifestyle, if you like. And what happened, my business and success completely exploded. It completely went absolutely off the chart mental. And again, I will confess a small little error on my behalf here. Instead of working hard like I should have done, I actually kind of let it go to my head a little bit, if you like, and I thought, I don't need to work anymore. I don't need to do anything. And I started traveling the world, sometimes even on my own. Some of my friends think I was absolutely crazy. I went to places like, where did I go? Tenerife and Tunisia, two countries I went on my own, one in Spain, one in in some part of Africa, maybe South Africa, I think. And I started traveling all around, and I'd go with friends, I'd go on my own. I went to, you can see me in Las Vegas in the top right. I'm actually in Jamaica there, an aqua park in the second top right. Dominican Republic in the Caribbean again, middle left, if you like. Hired a boat out in Ibiza, in a Spanish island on the left. Monaco at the bottom. We actually went out to Monaco just last year. Actually, we kind of went out in a yacht out in Monaco Harbour, and we went out. It was absolutely phenomenal. And, various places in America and all kind of around the world. And really, it just completely changed. Literally, it felt like overnight. It wasn't, but it felt like overnight my life completely changed because of what I'd learned. Okay. Now, I want to just be completely upfront and honest with you guys, as always, and tell you that although things were great, and you know, you can listen to me now, and you can hear what I'm saying, you can see the successes, you can see the ability to change your life using the internet and travel the world or have freedom and do what you want to do. But what I want to tell you is, although things seemed great on the outside, and they were great for a considerable amount of time, for about 8 months, very quickly though, cracks began to form. Okay. And the truth is that I became overworked all of a sudden. In order to start maintaining my income, not grow it, I mean in order to just try and maintain my income, I had to work my backside off again. And I'd gone from thinking, you know, I've got this ultimate freedom lifestyle now, this business that just serves a lifestyle of complete freedom. I can do what I want when I want. And all of a sudden, things changed quickly. You know, these cracks started to form. I became overworked. I was having to constantly create new products and do product launches in order to try and make some money. It was almost like having a job again. I almost was forced into kind of really working hard, you know, to make some money and kind of just getting by every month and thinking, right, what am I going to do next month to make money? You know, and I have to do something else, create a new product, launch a new product, constantly relying on affiliates to make my money. And my income was literally, it went in spikes, up, down, like a roller coaster. I could feel like I was, you know, mega wealthy one week. 3-4 weeks later, I was kind of panicking again. What am I going to do? And basically, the top and bottom of it is, what happened is, I began to get really burned out from it all. You know, people would kind of look in from the outside and say, you know, you've got everything you could ever want. You're this, you know, successful internet entrepreneur. You've left your job. You've done all this stuff. We've read it on your blog. We've heard the stories, you know, and you kind of feel, well, I can't moan, you know, because I've had it great. But what happened with me was I went from, this is kind of 2011 this happened. I went from having what was a complete passion of mine and had been a passion for many, many years to actually feeling like I was in a full-time job again, and started to not enjoy it, and kind of made me feel like it was real hard work, like dragging myself out of bed on a daily basis to sit at the computer and think, ugh, you know, kind of that feeling, you know, when if you go to your job every morning and you kind of sit there and you think, ugh, you know, when is this going to change? And that was me, except now I had no guaranteed income like when you're in a job. It was all on me. And I became so burned out, so frustrated. My passion had become hard work, and I really didn't kind of know what to do. But what I did know is that in the past, when I'd found myself in situations like that, I turned to the help of those that were doing what I wanted to do. So again, I began looking for mentors. I began looking for people that had essentially what I wanted. I began looking for people that had a business that was the opposite of what I found myself trapped in. A freedom kind of business, a business that they weren't slogging their guts out day in, day out in order to make, you know, just kind of get by again. And basically, I had to figure out a better, easier, and more dependable and scalable way to make my money online, to build my business. And I actually wanted to build my business so that my business would serve my lifestyle. Because what I'd ended up doing, I'd left my job, made a lot of money, had a business that was serving my lifestyle, and gave me so many fantastic experiences, you know, all around the globe, these amazing experiences, to all of a sudden being trapped in a job again, except it was my business. I was trapped within my own business, and rather than my business serving my life was serving my business. Does that make sense? And I became very much trapped. And if I could compare it very much, although it's kind of another level to when you're not making that first dollar online or making, you know, consistent income on the internet, I can very much compare it to that. You know, you may find yourself right now that where you're kind of feeling like I was. You kind of feel lost. You're kind of wondering, what exactly do I do? You know, I need a proven plan. I need some help. You know, I don't know what to do. And you kind of feel like, well, I'm putting all this time in and I don't feel like I'm going anywhere. It's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back constantly, all the time. Okay, and I figured that had to change. You know, there was no way I was going to carry on like that. Absolutely not a chance. And I began early 2012, after getting mentoring, getting further help, I began studying from guys. Let's just kind of put the perspective out there. I began studying from people that making next levels of income. I'm talking $20, $30, $50, even $80,000 a day online. That's who I began studying from. And I began reverse engineering what they do, how they do it, and seeing how I could adapt it myself. And that's what I did. And at the start of 2012, I started putting this system in place, and I started building a structure, a system, a business that would actually serve my life rather than my life serving my business. And I've just taken, if we just kind of grab my pen here, I've just kind of grabbed early in the last couple of days preparing this presentation, just kind of grabbed some daily screenshot reports from my merchant account, from my shopping cart actually, of the kind of day-to-day income that my business is now generating. And I do this without having to rely on affiliates or without having to rely on anyone else, and without having to launch products week after week. Funny enough, it's very typical. I've not actually launched a product in a year until this past 7 days. I've just launched a new product. It closes today actually, but I've just launched my first product in a year because I just did it as a bonus. It's something that we do on a yearly basis. It's actually called the Quick Start Challenge, by the way. It's and funny enough, I'm about to say, I don't have to launch products anymore. Well, I don't. I've done it as a bonus. I've done it kind of something to give back to the community again, because that's where I'm at, right? So you can see here, I've got this system, this internet business, and I do believe strongly that I really now have the ultimate internet business model, and we're in a position now where we just grow, and we grow, and we grow, and we grow. And my personal goal is we will reach the end of 2014 hitting about $250,000 a month. Okay, about $250,000 a month. And you can see, if we look from the left to the right, this is actually back in December. You can see, 3,500, 1,700, 700, 800, 200. And we kind of can come across the screen here to more recent, up until last month, actually. And again, if you just look at some of these, $10,000 a day, 3,700, 3,700, 3,000, 3,500, 4,600, $11,000 a day, $5,000 a day, 5,000, 5,000, 9,000, 1,800, 3,500, 500, 1,700, 6,000. You can see, right? This is very, very exciting stuff. Who? I think this is a daft question, but who would like to see that type of income in their account? I'm not saying you can do this by tomorrow, by the way, and next month or anything like that. It's taken me a long time to get this, but if you could get on the track and understand how to build this type of business, who would want that? Who here wants, the ultimate internet business model? Let's see who's paying attention. Let's see who's with me on this. Roger says, yes, I do. Roy, yes, I also say. Okay, fantastic, great. Well, yeah, heck yes, says Shane. We all would. Yeah, absolutely. I was more so saying, I think the answer is yes from everyone. I was more so saying it, who's paying attention was the question there, right, really? So, this is the type of thing that I've now been able to build, and it really is the ultimate business model. And, because of this, people hear about successes. I get invited all around the world now to teach other people this, teach, sold out arenas and things like that, seminars, actually putting on, just a complete sideline thing. If you happen to be in the UK, I will be getting an email notification about it soon, so if you're on my list, pay attention to that soon. I've actually just booked, I'm putting on my very own 2-day workshop, like training seminar, no multi-speakers, pitches, or anything like that, my own 2-day event here in the UK at the end of June. So if you're interested, it'd be awesome to actually meet you in person. And I get to do these things now, and this is because I have a lifestyle business, an internet business system that runs 24/7 online that makes all this possible. Okay, so I'm guessing you all want to know exactly how that's done, because like I said, having an automated sales system running 24/7 online has changed my business and life completely, and it can absolutely do exactly the same for you, because the only thing I have over you is not great looks, it's not a great technical ability, it's not a background in sales or marketing or anything like that. I have the knowledge because I've invested in my education, and it's taken time. And 10 years in, here we are, okay? And it can absolutely do the same for you. And here's what I want to tell you. Here's what was the turning point, is understanding this. I call it the success metric. And this is it. This is what business is all about. And it took me such a long time to simplify it and realize it. And I call it the success metric. So if you're taking notes, I recommend you write this down. Traffic plus conversions equals sales. Traffic plus conversions equals sales. Now, once you master this, once you have a business system that delivers that to you and delivers those sales online, automated, 24/7, there's absolutely nothing that can stop you. I'm in the position now, like you just saw in those screenshots, where we have this. It's taken a long time to get it right, to get it done, get it working, because I had to learn it all first. Not like I can teach you now. I can avoid the wrongdoings for you, right? I can help you get there quicker. And once you've got this and it delivers those sales automatically, you're golden. You are made. It's just a case of getting more traffic to your business to grow. Okay? So what we're essentially saying with this success metric, traffic conversions equals sales, you need to get targeted visitors to a highly compelling offer that is optimized to convert visitors into buyers. Make sense? Because when you do that, you then make sales and you acquire new customers in your business. Okay, and just to be clear, of course, when you're making sales, you are making money, right? A sale is money. Okay, so you've got to have a process whereby you can get targeted visitors to a targeted offer that is optimized to convert as many visitors into buyers, into customers as possible. Because when you do that, you've got new customers and you generate an income. And it seems kind of crazy to kind of take a step back and look at that in its simplistic form, but that's it. You know, you've got all these different things thrown at you day in, day out in this industry. You get so many distractions, so many must-have WordPress plugins or software of the day or the shiny object, if you like. But really, it comes down to this. And if you analyze what those people selling you those products are doing, if you open your email inbox and there's a new software, a new plugin that you must have today, for example, look at what those people are doing. They're driving you, a targeted visitor, to an offer they know will interest you, and they've had their sales page optimized to convert as many of the readers of that page to buy that product as possible. They've made it compelling. So look at what you're doing. If you, right now, like I said, I want to help you transition. I want to help as many of you transition from prospect to marketer. You do that by educating yourself and getting help and support. But right now, you are the targeted traffic to people. Okay, and when you realize that, that's when you can kind of say, right, I see what they're doing. They're driving me to an offer that I'm possibly interested in, and they're converting me through their sales material to invest in that product. Now, what's happened there? 1, money has been made. 2, you get added to their email address, to their email autoresponder, to their email list. You are now a lead for them to sell further things to. Make sense? So you've got to become the one that's making those sales, not the one constantly fueling those sales. Make sense? Now, quickly regarding conversions, because this is huge, right? And although we could go on for hours and hours just on this topic alone. I really want you to understand, with regards to the success metric, obviously conversions is 50% of the equation, and conversions really are the key to the success in your business. Because if you fail to convert at any stage in your business, we'll get into the kind of structure of the online sales system in a moment. But if you fail to convert at any stage, you won't make any money. Okay? The key to being able to convert, really, as a kind of overview, to give you this bit of advice on conversions, is to know your target market inside out. And this is why, for those of you here from the start, when I spoke about the fact I'm in the home business market, if you like, the opportunity niche, whatever you want to call it, this is why I sort of say that it would really be, for all of you, for the majority of you, the best place to start to educate yourself and grow your income in that market, because you probably know more about this market because you're living it day in, day out than you know about others. Okay, so the key to being able to convert is to really know your target audience inside out. You must be in the mind of your ideal customer, and you must be able to speak directly to them in your marketing and sales messages. Because when you can do that, and when you can have people reading your materials, reading your emails, watching your videos, anything like that, your messages, whether it be marketing or sales themed messages, when you can have people watching them and kind of feeling, this guy, this man, this woman understands where I'm at, they understand the problems I'm having, and I can see from the results they're getting that I'm sure they can help me. When you have your target audience saying that to you, you'll be in a very good position. Now, like I said to you early on, I know my market very well. And the reason is, and I suspect you could know your market very well as well with the right guidance and help, because I used to be my ideal customer. I used to be the person that I now market to. I was in that position. I was the broke guy. I was nearly bankrupt at 24. I was in a construction job I hated. I did spend 4 years struggling, not even making a single dime online. And now that I know how to make that dime online, I know how to make a lot of money on the internet, of course I have the knowledge and skills to teach others to do the same. And when you start getting results, and you start progressing forwards, and your business grows, and your income grows, and your success levels go up and up and up, there will be people that would pay a pretty penny for the knowledge that you have, to get help from you, to say, how did you do it? How did you go from being where I was to where you are now? So this is why I say to you, just think about it a moment. You are your ideal customer. And I used to be my ideal customer. So you've got very powerful knowledge, even if you didn't quite realize that you've got it. You very much have. So let's get into the actual sales system side of things, right? This is what everyone's thinking. You know, you've seen the changes. You've heard the kind of the struggles. You've heard how I was able to make, you know, quite a lot of money, but it fell apart. The cracks appeared. And now it's time to show the exact sales system structure and get into the sales system side of things on how that all changed. And what I want to do to start with, to give this to you, is to kind of show you and kind of tell you here the role of your sales system. Okay? And here it is, right? 5 different key elements to your sales system. Firstly, your sales system wants to attract targeted visitors that are interested in what you have to offer. Okay, targeted visitors to your website. Another role of your sales system is to build a list of leads that you can follow up with. Leads, it would be, you know, subscribers or potential prospects that are opting into your list that you can then follow up with. Another role of your sales system is to convert as many of those leads that you attract, that you get on your list to follow up with, convert as many of those leads into paying customers as possible. So you're actually kind of drawing out of your big pool of free leads, your kind of opt-ins, if you like, and you're drawing out people that are willing to invest in their education and the people that you can actually help. So people aren't willing to take action, there's nothing you can do for them. And that's the key here. You're looking for people who genuinely want your help, will invest in your help, and will take action. Okay? Fourth role of your sales system is to convert as many of those customers you get into repeat customers. And the fifth role of your sales system is to convert as many of your customers that you acquire into customers of your back-end higher ticket programs and opportunities or services. Make sense? So attract targeted visitors, build a list of leads, convert as many leads into paying customers as possible, convert as many customers into repeat customers as possible. What I mean by that is they buy more than one thing, more than one product or service. And you want to convert as many of the customers you acquire in your business into people that invest at a higher level, into your higher level opportunities, whether it be, you know, coaching or done-for-you services, things like that. So there's 5 key roles. Okay? Hopefully you know, take note on that, let that sink in, because that's what your system needs to be doing. Okay? Now, here's kind of a very simple breakdown of, you know, the ultimate sales system structure. Okay? So if I just grab my little doodly pen thing, we're just going to draw a little bit here. So you've obviously got the funnel that I've kind of put in there on the right-hand side. So firstly, the top of the funnel is here. It's your free opt-in offer. This is where you're going to obviously attract targeted visitors to here. And this part of the process, which is, you know, this is why it's called, I guess, a funnel, if you like, a sales funnel, because the widest part is at the top. That means this is where you're going to have the largest pool of people. Okay, your leads will be the largest group of people in your sales process, if you like, because not everyone is willing to invest in their success, and that's why they kind of get held back, if you like, or things take a lot longer, or not every offer is for every person is the other key as well, right? So you're looking to attract as many targeted leads as possible here at the top, and you want to be giving them something of value, you know, in exchange for their email address, their contact information. Always make sure everything you do, I think we should just say this now because it's a given with every element here that I'm going to tell you, always make sure everything you do is maximum value that it can be. Okay? Some people make the mistake when they give something away for free, they think it doesn't really matter. You know, it can be a crappy report or, you know, something, you know, a video that has no value to it because I just want to get their email address. Well, that's absolutely incorrect and very, very wrong, and it's a recipe for disaster. If that, you've got to think about this, right? Let's say you land on my opt-in page today. You enter your email address, and I send you a video or, you know, something, and you watch it and you think that was absolutely useless. It had no value in it for me whatsoever. When I start following up with you, to try and sell you one of my products, you're not going to listen to those messages. Why? Because you had a bad first interaction with me. Your first impression was poor. So everything has to be quality, even if you're giving it away. Okay? So first port of call is your free opt-in offer here, right at the top. Collect targeted leads that would be potentially interested in what you have to offer, because the next stage is your front-end offer in your business. Okay, now typically this will be the lowest priced offer in your business, and again, will always be massive value. And I'll give you a little tip here as well on something you can do with your front-end products, and this is something I will be talking about at my UK seminar actually in June, and something that not a lot of people do. Now, a lot of people will have products created or create products, they'll launch them, and they kind of stuck in the product creation and product launch mentality, and it's just all about launching a product to get new customers in, to slam those people with emails and affiliate promos and things like that, and it's, you know, a very short-sighted business model. You know, a business model I've done, but I very quickly started to realize that this isn't long-term, you know. And basically, here's a massive tip with your front-end offer, and even if you're not ready for this right now, really allow this to sink in. With your front-end offer, you want to create a front-end offer that actually is designed to lead into the next sale. Okay, so if you can have an offer, for example, this is why you will see people, for example, give out free reports that builds trust, delivers value, and then at the end they'll say, you know, look, do you want to buy this from me now? You know, this would be the next stage, that kind of thing. You know, and if you can do that, and actually I'll give you a massive tip in just a moment on how you can do that a lot easier, okay? So your front-end offer, the role of that is to convert as many of your leads as possible into a paying customer. And this is why typically your front-end offer will be the lowest priced offer in your business. You know, I've got an offer right now that runs online, a front-end offer to one of my sales funnels that's actually $4.95, about $5. Okay, we are actually raising that very soon because it is too low. But the role of this front-end offer is to do a few things. One, to convert as many people into paid customers as possible. Okay. Two, to show you who are the serious people in your business, you know, because a customer is very much more profitable to you than a free lead. And three, that front-end product can build massive relationships and bonds and trust between you and your customers, because they get value from it. They're going to want to come back to you to say, what more have you got? Okay, so that's the second part in your sales process. The third part here is to actually have immediate upsells. Now, these are additional offers that are as close as possible related to the front-end purchase, the initial purchase, that you can offer to your new customers. You could say, hey, you know, well done, you've just purchased this. Now, I've got a special offer for you. You know, it's something you may be interested in. I believe it's something that can absolutely benefit you. If you don't choose it, no problem at all. It's 100% optional, but I feel there's a lot of value in what I'm about to offer you. Okay, so it must always add further value to the front-end purchase and not take any value away. So it must be 100% optional. That's the key with upsells, to make them as closely related as possible to the initial purchase, and they must be optional. Don't ever make your customers feel like they must buy something, otherwise they're not going to get the value from what they've already spent with you, they've purchased. So that's a terrible way of doing business, and I see too many people do that, and it's awful. You know, they kind of get a customer, they buy something, and then they say, well, you bought that, and kind of the underlining messages, without getting too into it, is, well, you've just bought that. Now, you can't really use that software unless you buy this. You know, you need this as well, otherwise you're kind of not going to be able to get the most from it. That's awful, right? That's going to leave a sour taste in your customers' mouths. They won't do business with you again in future. And what you're about to learn in the next 5 minutes or so is that it's all about that future business, okay? Another thing that we haven't really touched on here, but just to kind of pop it in there, is a recurring billing offer, recurring income. You know, it's a great place to actually have a recurring income offer in your business, and a place you will be able to make a lot of sales. You know, having as an immediate upsell, for example, in my business, we have a digital monthly newsletter, and we've got various recurrings, which we give massive value, and I'll give you my value rule in just a moment, actually, in a few minutes. And, you know, we grow our recurring income on a daily basis, and the customers are obviously always happy because they get, you know, a lot for what they're paying. Okay, and that's that. Again, I'll give you my golden value rule in just a second. That's done tremendous things for me in my business. And the fourth final part here is the back end of your business. And this is actually the bottom part of the funnel. And you'll notice it's the slimmest, thinnest, smallest part. And that's because this is where you'll have the least amount of customers, but this is where you'll actually generate most of your money. And this is where you'll actually have the best customers that you enjoy working with the most. Because generally, if people invest at a higher level, so they join your coaching program or they buy a done-for-you solution that you're offering at a higher level, maybe it's $500, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, or whatever, beyond, right? These are your higher ticket, higher priced back-end opportunities and offers in your business that you give to your customers. And typically, what you'll find, not 100%, but typically, the bulk of those people will be more serious people. They'll be more serious about taking action. And the great thing, the win-win effect that happens here is people are more serious. They invest at a higher level, so you make more money, but it allows you to focus more attention on them. And because they're more serious, they actually do more with what they learn from you, and they go on to get better results because of it. So if you ever see people with, these big testimonials and things like that, that's because they were serious people that probably invested into their high level coaching. And because they were serious, they took massive action. Okay, and this is one of the only things that worries me when you offer a lower priced offer, but it's got to be done, is that some people that buy those, they kind of see it as, I get it and do nothing with it. They kind of throw it away, if you like, and get distracted and move on. You've got to have your lower price front-end offer in your business to bring in customers, but you want as many serious people as possible. And that's what this process does. It kind of takes people from a free window shopper, if you like, through to dragging out of that large pool a medium-sized pool of people that are actually serious to invest in their business and education to become successful. All this is in education, right? If you want to do anything in life, learn the skills to do it. This is just one of those skills. You take that pool of people that are now customers and you offer them something else that can further add value to what they're looking to achieve. Some of those people will buy them, some won't. So you reduce those people down. Now you take all your customers, and a minority of your customers, a small percentage, will become clients of your coaching programs or higher level opportunities. That's where the bulk of the profit is made, in the back end of your business. Once you've got the customer, and I can demonstrate this actually here with an example that I've put together for you. I'll give this in just a second actually. Here's for anyone, I kind of forgot I'd put this bit in, it was an extra bit I put in for anyone that didn't quite grasp it. And here's how I want to really help you understand the whole sales system and structure and really grasp what I'm talking to you about. Imagine your sales system as the ideal customer path or the ideal journey that you want to take people through in your business. Okay, you want to get as many people from the start point, point A, which is actually the entry to the funnel, the free opt-in offer. You want to get as many of those people as possible from the start point to the end point, the final destination, where they become loyal, higher level customers or clients of yours in the back end of your business. Now, the more effectively you can do this, which comes down to your ability to implement effective marketing and also conversions, of course, as I said to you earlier on, conversions are the key. As long as your ability to convert throughout the entire course of your sales system, the more people you'll get through to the back end of your business, the more people you're going to help, and the more money you'll make because of that. Okay, and here's a demonstration, an example of a high converting sales funnel in action. So what we're going to do, if I just grab my pen, you'll see here in this example, we are going to drive 10,000 visitors to the entry of our sales system. Okay, 10,000 visitors are going here, right? Oops, what's happened here? Okay, so if I just get my pen again, sorry. Okay, so we've got 10,000 visitors at the entry of the system here. Now, what we're going to say in this example is 30% of those people, okay, so we'll look at the bullets on the side, 30% of your visitors actually enter their email address for your free opt-in offer. So now, from your 10,000 visitors, you've actually just gathered 3,000 leads, 3,000 people that could potentially become customers of yours. Okay. Now, there's obviously more involved in this. So you've got, your follow-ups, your marketing, building trust, building the relationship. I call it the KLT formula: know, like, and trust. You've got to develop that trust within your audience of leads that you've gathered to make them feel comfortable to purchase from you. Okay. So from your 3,000 leads, let's say through those processes, 2% of your leads buy your front-end product and become a customer. So what you've done now, you've gathered 60 new customers from your pool of leads. Now, if you just look at the example numbers in the diagram on the right, we basically said in this example, the front-end offer is $47, so 60 sales of that, you've just generated $2,820, okay, which I don't want you to get carried away about at this stage, okay, because that's good, that's nice, that helps, but it is, not it's just the start, if you like. Okay, it's just, a bit coming back to you. Then we're going to present, if you remember, the next stage, we're going to present those customers here with immediate upsells, things that they could potentially be interested in that's closely related to what they've just purchased. Okay, so we're going to say half of those people buy one or more upsells. Okay, so that means 30 of our 60 customers, in this example, spend $100 more each. So you just made another $3,000. So now in total, so far, and we're just getting going, you've made $5,820. Now, you've got those 60 customers. You've got people that have showed you commitment, that they're putting their hand up saying, look, I am a serious person. I'm not just, playing around at this. I actually am serious. I'm willing to spend money on my education to learn how to build a successful internet business, and I'm going to go through your product and consume it and take action, right? There's 60 potential customers that have put their hand up saying that to you now. They've demonstrated that belief, that mindset to you, okay? So now you're going to market to your customers, okay? Now you're going to further deliver even more value to those people. You're going to demonstrate how you can help them further beyond what they've just invested in, okay? So in this example, we're going to say a tiny fraction, a tiny percent of your customers, just 5%, because I didn't want to put figures up that you didn't think were believable or anything like that, so I've reduced the figures. So just 5% of your customers now go on to buy your high-ticket or higher-level back-end program. So in this example, what I've put is they go on to buy a coaching program that's priced at $5,000. It could be $1,000, it could be $2,000, it could be $10,000, whatever. Right? But in this example, we've said it's $5,000, and 5% of our 60 customers, which is 3 people, go on to buy that back-end program. Now, all these figures, by the way, are very, very realistic. Okay, very realistic of a high-converting sales funnel in action. In fact, you could blow these out the water. Okay, so it's more than realistic. So in this example, what we've said is we've taken 10,000 visitors at the entry of the sales system, and out the end of the sales system, when all's said and done, and all your automated processes have been kicked into action and ran, you've generated $20,730. $20,730. So what we can then say is, right, well, each visitor that I send to my sales system is worth $2 each to me, just over. Okay, you get that? So 10,000 visitors, $2 each, we'd make $20,000. So now we can say, right, well, I can afford to spend, if I spent $1 per visitor to my sales system, I'm going to double my money. And who here would do that all day long? If you could spend $1 and make $2, how many $1 would you put in? I believe the answer for everyone would be as many as you possibly could. Now, just to be clear, it doesn't mean you have to have a budget to start with 10,000 visitors, by the way. This was to make my mathematics easier to handle on the webinar. You could have 1,000 visitors, and you'd still achieve the same result, roughly based on your conversions, and you just scale up from then onwards. So, we could even, if we paid $1.50 per visitor, we've spent 15,000 and we've made a profit of 5,000. Still an excellent return, right? It's very nice. If you can make $5,000 on that, so you just scale it back. You say, well, Dean, I don't have $10,000 to start. We'll scale it back. Can you get 500? Can you get 1,000 visitors for, say, maybe, well, to keep it easy, if you paid $1 per visitor, you can pay less, you can pay more, but to keep it easy, if you got $500 to get 500 visitors, and you scale up from there. If you have less to put in to start with, the less visitors you get initially, the less you'll make. But it's all about return on investment. It's all about return on investment. It doesn't matter how much per, I see so many people get wrapped up in this whole world of penny clicks on Facebook and all that kind of stuff. If you're making a profit on your penny clicks, great. My belief is that most people don't. It's just they get caught up in the buzz. If I was spending, I was talking to a friend the other day, he sent me some of his, training, a Facebook marketing, Facebook ads training that he sells every day online, for several $100s. It's a 3-hour course, and I went through it. I thought, let me see what you're up to. And he made a very, very valid point, and it's something that I kind of mention often in trainings that I do, and I'll say it here to you guys as well. It's not about spending as little as you can to acquire a new customer or a new lead. It's about improving the system you have to make those leads more valuable to you. While everyone else is out there scrambling to try and reduce their cost per visitor in paid advertising and things like that, I would rather say, although, you've got to optimize it, I'm not saying be stupid and pay the most you can, but instead I will say, right, well, how can I make more money from the visitors I get? Because you'll find that so much easier. While people are haggling and fighting and struggling for months on end to try and reduce their cost per click from $1 to 90 cents to say 10 cents per click or per visitor, instead I'm out there saying, right, well, how do I make my customers that are currently worth $100 each to me, how do I make them worth 110? Does that make sense? So while everyone else out there is scrambling on the wrong focuses, you should be doing this. Make sense? So the fact is this, guys, and this I call it the 3 C's. I really try and drill this into all my coaching clients and things. Customers create cash. Okay, customers create cash. The 3 C's. Let that sink in. Customers create cash. Okay, your free prospects, your leads sat on your list, your free subscribers, they don't make you any money. Not at that stage. When people buy, that's when money is made. Customers create cash. So the better your sales system works, the more customers you'll get, the more people you can help, and in turn, the more money you'll make because of that. Okay? Now, I mentioned to you in the introduction, I said I had something called MMCs that we use heavily in my business. Now, MMCs is basically the whole point of using multiple marketing channels, as I call it. You don't want to rely on one method of selling your products. Kind of heavily what we've focused on there in terms of the online automated sales system, it's all internet-based. But actually, so because it's internet-based, people are visiting your websites, your method of making sales is online, your method of following up is online via email. But what I want you to think about going forwards is adapting what I call multiple marketing channels. Now, for example, a lot of marketers, the bulk of marketers, even the very successful ones, heavily rely on, some exclusively rely on, which is very silly, and I believe they'll struggle going forward, so take this on board. A lot of people heavily rely solely on email marketing as a channel. So if you're wondering what the heck's he on about with this channel things, email marketing, sending emails to your list, having your list, open those emails, click the links, visit your website, some buy, that's a marketing channel in which you can make sales. Make sense? Email marketing, right? And too many people are going to get left behind, and this is the great thing about how I've managed to adapt an automated sales system like this, and how you can too, is that you can very much get ahead of the trends. So the trends no longer, the buzz things of the day no longer become an issue to you, because you can ignore those and focus on making more money from your automated internet system. Okay, now in my business we actually have 6 MMCs. Okay, and you'll actually get the chance to learn all of them soon. It's not just email marketing. Email marketing works, and you'll have the opportunity to get your hands on every single multiple marketing channel we use in my business to make thousands and thousands of dollars a day. Okay, because it's not just online. If you want to grow, who here, for example, would be completely content with just making, say, $3,000 a month? Who would be, let me reword that. Who here, say yes in the chat box, who would be happy with making $3,000 a month? I'm not saying that's all you'll ever make, but who here would be happy with $3,000 a month? Quick yes in the chat box, guys, making sure everyone's paying attention, and I am looking to involve you in the interaction here. So, yes, 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 yes. Alistair says no. Yeah, of course, if you're making more than $3,000 a month right now, then it's obviously not very motivating for me to say that. Okay, so lots of yeses. Well, who here would like to make $10,000 a month? Again, give you a few seconds. Yes in the chat box. Go from 3 to 10. Right? Roger says yes. Yeah, Alistair says yes. Alistair's with us now. Great, at the 10K a month. Well, all of that can be done online. Okay? All of that can be done online, and it's not actually, although, I don't mean this disrespectfully, because I totally understand what it's like to be at the, in the trenches, kind of struggling and not kind of progressing like you would like to. Okay? I absolutely understand that. If you're in that stage, you're actually in the most difficult part. It's the most, to go from $0 to $1,000 a month is the hardest part. The part that took me years. Okay? But when you get there, and you can get there quickly, adapting what I'm talking about here, okay, you can shortcut a lot of my struggles for years by focusing on this. I will never ever do anything else again other than this. Okay? $10,000 a month, 6 figures a year, can be achieved once you've got the right processes exclusively online. Let me ask you another question. Who here would like to make $100,000 a month online? $100,000 per month online, even if it's figures that you can't quite comprehend yet. Who here would like to do $100,000 per month on the internet? Okay, fantastic. Yeah, lots of yeses. Wesley is now also with us. Drew, yes, yeah, everyone's saying yes, yes. It's funny, we're seeing some people that say no at 3 or 10 and then yes in with the 100 grand a month. Right, well, here's the other thing. I've done $100,000 months exclusively online. You can still do that online. Who here would like to be doing what I'm aiming to do by the end of the year? $250,000 per month online. $250,000 per month online. Who would like to be getting that type of result? Right, I think, yeah, everyone's totally with us. Right, so I'm not going to keep asking those questions, but what I'm working towards here is you will find, if you have the desire to go to that level, you will find that you go through different ceilings, okay, various ceilings, okay, to break through. And here's what I tell you. You will probably not break those ceilings exclusively focusing on online marketing. Okay, I'm not saying it can't be done. What I'm saying is there's easier ways. Okay, there's easier ways to reach those levels by using multiple different channels and not exclusively relying on email marketing. Okay, so it's quite exciting to see actually how many people have the desire, the passion, the drive to achieve that kind of level. Because it's staggering amounts of money, really. Let's not get fooled. Staggering amounts of money. We got Drew here says, I've done 100K in 1 week. Yeah, my most successful week, this is before I even had this. We're in a stage where we're growing, this system now very, very fast, very rapidly. By the end of next year, by the end of 2015, with what you're learning here, with my system, with my business system, sales system, whatever you want to call it, I'm aiming by the end of 2015, we should be doing about $1 million a month, which is somewhere between $40,000 to $50,000 a day. Sorry, 40, not 50. Around about $40,000 a day is where we should be at in about a year. So, yeah, Drew just said, need more consistency. Consistency, I find, is one of the most difficult things to achieve in your business. This is what this system, this process, having a sales system like this has allowed me to do, to build more consistency. Launching products continually and having to rely on that, you struggle for consistency. All of you will. I've done it. I've been there. I've done it. Let's just take this last 7 days. I have done a product launch for the first time in a year, just as a little extra thing to give back to the industry and to attract more customers into my business that I can help further going forward. We've brought over 1,000 customers into my business this last 7 days. It's probably generated, I don't know what it's generated. I give most of the money, if not nearly all the money, away to affiliates because, I just want to attract more customers in my business. But so this last 7 days, done a product launch, probably generated, I don't know, $70,000 or something like that. Okay, given most of it away, so I'm not saying I put all that in my bank, but if I'd have been kind of not seeing much money, then bam, a $70,000 spike, then back down again this next week, boom, because I'm not doing a product launch. That's where I was stuck for a long time, right? That's what this really, really changes. Okay, so take on board multiple marketing channels. Think about that. Like I said, you're going to have the opportunity to get your hands and learn all my marketing channels, actually, that we use in my business soon. So very quick summary before we get into something here. In order to build a successful internet-based business that not only changes your life, but enables you and enriches you to change the lives of others, you need an effective sales system online. I highly, highly recommend you to not go routes that could put you under too much pressure. The product launch stuff, it's a very, very difficult thing. And I see a lot of people teaching it a lot at the moment, and and I have as well, and I do work with people on launching products, but I think there's an easier and better way that you can go. Okay, your sales system needs to be made up of a variety of offers that range in value and price to your customers, like you've just learned today. Okay, you've got to be able to then get targeted traffic to your sales system. The more targeted leads you get, the more customers you can acquire. Okay, the more customers you acquire, the more people you can help, the more money you make. Okay, the more money you make. Have you noticed throughout the course of today, guys, and I hope you've picked up on this because this is absolutely key, but I don't keep talking about just making money. Talk about helping people. Okay, because what you'll find is that your personal success, and whatever you pin personal success on, whether it be a financial success or a lifestyle success, whatever it may be that allows you to feel successful, you will find that your personal success is very much relative to the amount of value and help you can give to others. And I said to you earlier on that I'd give you my kind of value rule. Okay, and this is my value rule, and it's always served me well, and I'd really encourage you to adapt something similar in your business as you proceed from this point onwards today. And this is it. Focus on delivering 10 times the value that your customers invest with your business in every stage of your sales process. And you will create customer loyalty that's priceless. You can't buy that kind of loyalty. And it's not difficult to over-deliver in a digital economy. In a digital-based business. This is why I said in the introduction, you can sell physical products, but I would recommend you sell digital products. A really stupidly simple example is this. If you were to think, right, well, I've got a keen interest in televisions. I'd like to sell televisions, whether as an affiliate, or, maybe you're even a store owner and you think, well, I'm going to sell my televisions online. It's very difficult for you to over-deliver. Whereas comparing it to me, I can easily over-deliver. And what I mean by that is, you couldn't ship out, let's say someone paid you $1,000 for a television, you couldn't send them two. You couldn't say, well, I really want to over-deliver to this customer that spent this $1,000. I'm going to send them another television. You can't do that because your profit margins are probably a lot lower, therefore you'd lose money doing that in trying to over-deliver. Okay? Whereas me and my business and you adapting a digital-based business, it's not difficult for me to say, well, I'm going to give you something extra that's actually very valuable because it doesn't cost me any more to do it. Or a lot of times in my business, you'll see this in a moment, I do over-deliver by giving things that cost me money in my business because I know the long-term benefits, because I'm here to build a long-term business. I've done it for long enough now, and I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. And I would hope, and I'm sure, that you are looking to build a long-term business yourself. So looking after your customers and adapting a rule like the 10 times value rule can really make sure you get loyal customers that will come back to you year after year, time after time, and will invest in opportunity that they believe can help them that you're offering. Okay, and you have to make sure you deliver on that, otherwise they won't come back. Okay, and I'd like to demonstrate this to you guys with me on the webinar right now. You're exclusively here as a customer or subscriber of mine on my list, and I've invited you here, and we've got a lot of people here on the webinar, and I'd like to put in practice a lot of the things that I've just said to you in the last few moments by doing something for you right now. Okay, and I'd like to introduce you to my brand new course called BCB Elite, Big Commission Blueprint Elite. Now, this is my brand new course designed to lead you by the hand through what it takes to create a successful internet business. We've gone into a lot of things, gone through a lot of stuff here in the training today, but obviously we've had limited time and there's a lot more that I'd actually like the opportunity to help you with and walk you through. Now, you'll learn everything from the ground up over 9 easy to follow lessons, and how it's broken down to give you an insight is this. You can actually see a screenshot of it in the right hand side of your screen, okay, and you can see they're broken down into lessons, and there's actually 3 steps of lessons, okay? And first of all, we've got the startup steps, which is lessons 1, 2, and 3. And throughout the course of these steps, you're going to get a real big introduction to the entire process, a lot of background, where it came from, and a real big introduction, so you understand everything from the get-go. Okay, we're going to get you on the right track fast in those first few lessons as well. You'll learn about a few tricks that I believe other marketers are using that actually hold you back. Certainly held me back. I believe you could be victim to them as well. So you must know those so we can pull you away from them. We will, in those first few lessons, align you for massive long-term success. This is actually in lesson 2. Now, there's certain skills, certain beliefs and certain things that the rich and wealthy people know, okay? And I like to teach you those as well because it's really going to align you for long-term success and really set you straight from the very beginning of this course. You will also learn in lesson 3, actually this is, the three main ways that you can use or leverage, there's a few different things you're going to be introduced to you there, to build a 6- or 7-figure online business. Okay, and it can actually grow to multiple 7 figures. But I don't want to make you feel you can't achieve that at this stage if you're in the earlier stages, but you can absolutely, any of you, grow to a multiple 6-figure business within 12 months once you've completed this course. You'll discover the tricks others, why is that duplicated there? Okay, basically, so in the first 3 lessons, you're going to really, it's kind of, I call it the startup steps, lessons 1, 2, and 3. It brings you into the program, introduces you, gives you an overview of everything, gives you the right skills, talents, mindsets, and different various inside skills that you need to actually go on to become highly successful. Okay? And there's a lot more. I'm sorry, I was just reading a comment someone put about me being a magician in that photo. Yes, absolutely. I've had the jokes for weeks now while I've been having these videos done. And yes, that's me, the magician there in that waistcoat. Then we move on. Once you've done those, you will move on to what I call the intermediate steps. And this is lessons 4, 5, and 6. And in those 3 lessons, we really start going to drill into it. Okay, I introduce you today on the training to what I call the success metric. There's more that has to be taught to you there. Traffic and conversions. It's the answer to your success. It's the one thing you don't have right now, optimized and working for you if you're not getting consistent results. Okay, so we're going to really fully, in explicit, unheld back detail, really go into the success metric. Okay, then lesson 5, we're going to really focus in on traffic. Okay, we're going to really get rid of a big traffic myth that surrounds this industry and get rid of it so it no longer holds you back, because it possibly is right now. You'll learn what that is and how to get rid of it. You'll learn about the most scalable way to get traffic to your website so that, I don't believe, in this day and age with the power that you can have once you've got a business system like this, there's really no reason for you not to have a business that you can grow to whatever level you'd like to be at. Earlier on I said, who wants 3 grand a month, 10 grand a month, 100 grand a month, $250,000 a month? The beauty is when you've got a system like this, you can scale to whatever you like. Maybe you only want, 5, 10,000 a month. Maybe that would be enough for you, and it is the case for some people. You scale to that level and you maintain it. And that's what you'll be able to do with this, okay? In lesson 5, you're also going to get my top 5 traffic generation methods that allow me to get unlimited traffic. Okay. Lesson 6, we're going to share with you my conversion secrets and methods to converting cold leads into loyal customers, and you'll get a lot more in those intermediate lessons as well. It's just a snippet of what's waiting for you inside BCB Elite. Before finally moving on to the 3rd and final stage of lessons and steps, which is the expert steps, lessons 7, 8, and 9. Now, in these steps, what you're going to learn is a lot of things, actually. But to give you a few points, you will learn the fastest and easiest way to achieve 4- and 5-figure paydays online. You will become privileged to some hidden profit areas that actually make you the largest amounts of money. You'll get to see, fully broken down, what I've got where, how it works, why it's there, the most effective sales funnel layout. So you've seen some of this stuff today, but there's more involved. We'll then get into the most sustainable business model structure into huge profits. We've talked about some today. There's more to get into it, and how to build in that recurring income. And there's so much more in there. This is a culmination of a lot of work that I've been putting this course together. Okay, to really take people and show them what it is that I'm doing in my business, how I'm doing it, how I've structured it, and everything like that. And also, in these lessons, in these expert lessons, you will learn every single one of my multiple marketing channels. So every single way, 6 of them, 6 MMCs to how we sell my products, whether it be $10 product, $20 product, $1,000 product, $2,000 product, $10,000 product. You will learn how we sell those products. Okay, and you'll see the methods that we use, and I will explain to you which is the most powerful, why it's the most powerful, and how you can use it yourself. Okay, so some very, very exciting stuff in here. 9 lessons in all. I'd say each lesson, you're probably looking, if you were to sit down, some lessons will take you 20 minutes, some may take you 30, 35 minutes to really absorb. But they're easy to follow, easy to follow along with, and you're really going to get a massive, massive education here in this course, and that's what I've designed it like. Okay. Now, it's put together in a way that's easy and fun to learn. How it's structured is each lesson comes with an introductory walkthrough video, so you can actually see in the screenshot on your left, this is what you'll be greeted with each lesson. Nice, professional, introductory video at the start of each lesson that kind of gives you an overview of what you're about to learn and kind of gives you a few tips and hints, okay? Below the video, you then will find a combination of written training to read through, images and descriptions where applicable, and even at the end of some of the steps, where applicable, you will have action steps and checklists, so you can just kind of tick off a box and say, yep, got it, understand it, yeah, I've done that. Some of the lessons, I will actually say, right, you should write this down, or you should do this, or you should do that. Not with all, but with some. So where applicable, that's what you'll do. Okay? Now, another little thing that we're throwing into this that we've got with BCB is we've actually got a private community for everyone that invests in the Big Commission Blueprint course, and you will be invited to this. In fact, straight away in lesson 1, this is kind of the introduction and getting you started lesson. You will get the invitation to request joining our private community, and you'll be approved into that, okay? Because surrounding yourself with like-minded, driven, motivated individuals absolutely helps to excel your success. So we want to do that for you. And also, just a little nugget to throw in here is you really never know who you're going to end up connected with in a community like this and who your friends will become. And the little thing here, in 2009, I joined a coaching program, as I told you. Okay, in that coaching course was a guy, and you got talking to a lot of people in the course. There was hundreds, and you will get to know hundreds of people as well. But I actually got talking to a guy, and we actually ended up meeting up an event, in 2009. And this was a guy in the States, and we met in Las Vegas. We'd been speaking in one of the community groups because we'd both been in the coaching. So when we saw each other in person, it was like, hey, how you doing? I can't believe, we're actually meeting. The following year, we made over $600,000 together. That would never have happened had I not been a part of the community and the group and that opportunity. So you never know what can come from something that seems so straightforward and simple. So we've got a community group. As a customer of the BCB course, you will be invited into that group straight away in lesson 1. We'll get you in there, okay? Now, what I want to say is by the time you've completed the BCB course, you absolutely will know more about creating a successful 6- and 7-figure internet business than 99% of the people that try. Because, the bottom line with this course is that I want to get you on the right track to building a lifestyle business, an automated online business, and you will understand lots of stuff. You'll go through the steps, you'll learn a lot, you'll understand a lot, and you'll get a lot from it, okay? And that's my intention, okay? Now, here's what you're getting. You'll get the complete BCB Elite course, which is the startup lessons 1, 2, and 3, intermediate lessons 4, 5, and 6, expert lessons 7, 8, and 9, so 9 lessons in total. Once you get started, we'll actually send you, although I made a decision today that we won't kind of hold you back. Okay, I'm not in the business of holding people back. You may have more time than some, and some may have less time, whatever. But instead of kind of locking it so you only get 1 lesson per day, you can access them all as quick or as slowly as you like. But what I will do is, as a bare minimum, I'm going to recommend you do 1 lesson per day. Like I said, they're really not long, big lessons. You'll learn a lot in a relatively short period of time, and it'll be easy to follow. But as a bare minimum, I recommend you do 1 lesson per day. Okay? And to encourage that and to keep you on track, once you get started, you will receive a daily reminder via email, kind of just saying, right, today is lesson 1, today is lesson 2, here's the link, get started. And we will remind you for the next 10 days, 9 days, to get back in there and do that lesson. Now, obviously, you may have already done it. You may have said, well, I actually sat down and went through 3 lessons today. So it's just a gentle reminder, a polite reminder to keep you on track. Because at the end of the day, if you don't take action, nothing changes, right? You will get lifetime access to our private community group, and we obviously in my business have dedicated support to ensure that none of our customers have any issues. Look, in this day and age, what happened at the start of today's webinar? Couldn't log in. My internet dropped. We've had like the right big rainstorm while I've been on this webinar. I was worried the webinar was going to go down. It's a technology age, right? The internet is online. Errors happen, problems arise. So we provide dedicated support, and you can always, inside your members area, send us a message. You can say, Dean, this has happened, or Dean, I can't see this, or you could say, Dean, I've gone through this, I've got a quick question, I didn't quite understand this, could you give me a bit of clarification? Or, Dean, I've gone through it, fantastic, can I have a bit of advice? We're here to support you, right? Remember what I said early on? And I really want you to take a lot from what I do to apply to your own business. I don't say that in a bragging sense, but I like to think we do a lot of things right in my business. So model it, take it on board, you'll be very successful yourself. So the complete course, 9 lessons, daily email lesson reminders, lifetime access to the group, dedicated support to help you along the way if you ever need it. Okay. Now I'm sure you're wondering how to get started, how much it's actually going to cost you to invest in my BCB course. I absolutely know without a shadow of doubt I'm going to completely shock every single one of you on this webinar in a moment, because I've attended enough of these webinars. Heck, I've sold a lot of stuff on webinars, and I would never ever do what I'm about to do for you guys. And any one of my peers in the industry would tell me that I'm absolutely stupid. And I know without a shadow of a doubt, not being pig-headed in a sense, I could ask for 10 times or 50 times or 100 times what you're about to get this course for on this webinar, and you would get a massive amount of value for it. Remember, I work on a minimum of 10x value rule, and I imparted that onto you a moment ago. But before I give you that link and before you get started, I'm going to give you a $197 bonus. Okay? Now, once you've completed the course, you'll know that more than most ever will in this industry, right? You'll know exactly what it takes to create a highly successful 6- or even 7-figure internet business. You'll understand everything and know exactly what to do and the steps you have to take, both internally and externally, to create your dream lifestyle. However, with new knowledge comes questions. Okay? Now, once you've completed this course, you will actually discover that you have a few different paths in which you could travel to build your business. It's not just one route that you can go and that's it. You have no choice. I'm going to present you in this course with 3 options, 3 ways in which you can take what you learn in the course, apply it to build a highly successful 6- or even 7-figure internet-based business. So with that new knowledge and with those options that you have to make, you may have questions and you may find that it would be absolutely great to turn to someone and get some guidance based on what you've just been through in this course. Okay? So here's the deal. Complete the entire course within 30 days from starting, and you will qualify for a 60 minutes, well, may go on, I'm not going to close it after 60 minutes, but you will qualify for a complimentary strategy session with my business. In this hour-long one-on-one call, you'll have dedicated training from a member of my team in my office helping you with putting together an action plan for you to proceed with. You'll get any and every question answered, and you'll leave the call with an exact plan of action to get results. Okay? But we do put a bit of a limit on it, because obviously there's only 24 hours in a day. There's only so many hours we can talk to people, and there's only, so much spots that we can put this available. Okay? So we do say you must complete it in a timely manner to qualify. We can only help the action takers. There's really no reason at all for this course to take you 30 days. There really isn't. You could get it today and have it completed and be putting in for your strategy session this time tomorrow if you wanted to. Okay? You've got access to it all to do what you choose. Okay? So 30 days is plenty of time. It's not to rush you, not to panic you and put you under undue stress. Ample time. Okay? Do that and you get a complimentary hour-long strategy session to kickstart your business. And the person you actually speak with in my team will actually be someone who's already making over 100 grand a year online. So they are 100% qualified to speak with you. I wouldn't put you with anyone that wasn't already getting the results, because that's not going to help you, right? It's not going to benefit you. So you will actually get a 6-figure earner on the phone once you've completed the course. If you do it within 30 days or less, you qualify for a complimentary strategy session so we can go over everything you've learned in the course, review the options that you've got, see which way you prefer to go, and give you some advice and help you get on the right track to going that route that you wish to take. Okay? So, quick recap finally before we give you the link to get into this. Here's what you're getting: the complete BCB Elite course, worth at least $297. The startup lessons 1, 2, 3, intermediate lessons 4, 5, 6, expert lessons 7, 8, 9. Daily email lesson reminders to keep you on track, worth $47. Lifetime access to our private community groups. Surround yourself with driven, motivated, like-minded individuals, worth at least $97. Dedicated support. It really ticks me off when people put value on their support. Should be a given. Okay, you're a customer, we support you. And complete it within 30 days or less, you qualify for a complimentary strategy session worth at very least $197. So this package value is easily worth $638. Now, in times like this, people are going to think, right, here comes his big offer. It's not going to be $638. It's going to be $497. And you would expect me to then say something like, well, it's not going to be $497, it's actually going to be $297, and give you the link. Or I might say, no, we'll give you a $100 discount, it's just $197, and give you the link. But I want to tell you something. I'm being absolutely 100% truthful when I say this, that today, this is the very first time on webinar that I'm offering BCB Elite live on a webinar, okay? And the truth of the matter is, I've been planning this webinar for the last couple of weeks, okay? I've been thinking, right, I'm going to schedule that webinar, invite my customers to it, and we're going to train them, give them a lot of great content, and make them an offer to get the BCB course. And I'm going to give them a massive, massive discount was the plan, and we're going to let people get instant access to the BCB course for just $97, and that was the plan, okay? Now, I came into the office this morning, literally this morning, and I decided that rather than doing that, I will actually, because this is the first time, and you guys have taken the time to come onto this webinar today, I'm going to give back to you, okay? And the truth is, I'm not making this offer to get rich, and you'll see exactly in a moment why that's the case, because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to give you guys, and this isn't a monthly charge, it's a one-off investment, even though this package today is worth over $638, you can get all of this now for just $19.95. Now, my worry is, will people think it's worthless or nothing because it's such a low cost? But I hope you don't think that. And I invite you to put that to the test, please, because I've put a lot into this. And I just hope it doesn't go against me by giving it you guys for such a low special offer price. I know if I would have charged more, you would have probably put more value on it, but I hope, please, please, please don't have that viewpoint. It genuinely was an off-the-cuff idea. I thought, you know what, we'll give it to them for less than $20, let people go through this, get some more success stories, some more testimonials, and I really do hope that you get into this, guys. Just take my word for it that it's a great course. I really, really, really mean that it was a spur-of-the-minute decision to pop that in at that price, okay? Go to bcbsystem.com/go, complete the order form, one-off investment, $19.95, get started, and you can get straight into there, okay? Already, Shane's just put in the box, Dean, you're crazy, He says he's going now. Yeah, absolutely, you know, and I will tell you now, for anyone that missed this webinar, I probably am going to do this same presentation next week, but the price will be more. Okay, I am crazy for doing it at this price. It is crazy. It is stupid. I think it may even put some people off. You know, I've done a lot of testing in my business, and a lot of people often, if something is low price, they think it carries no value. So I just hope my decision wasn't the wrong one. I could have charged a lot more. You would still be blown away by it, but I just hope you get in there. Oh, we just had someone here. Roger said, I took the earlier version. You see, I've just redeveloped BCB. We released the original BCB course in December, so it's not even old. But I just completely, over the last few months, since January, recreated the entire course from start to finish. It's got a lot more in it. And it's fantastic. It really is. I've put my heart and soul into this for months. So I want, you know, I really want to back up everything I'm saying here. I really, you know, I practice what I preach, you know, and I want to give you full confidence, 100% money back guarantee. I'm sure you'll be blown away by the BCB course to show you that I truly mean every word that I'm saying. I don't want you to take any risk on your part. I don't want you to think, is this a trick? Is this a joke? Is he just trying to trick me with this price? I want to hand you a complete, no questions asked, 30-day money-back guarantee. You could complete the whole course. You could use me and abuse me and take my strategy session and still say, Dean, give me my $20 back, and you would get it. You know, I'm not looking here to get rich from this. You know, I'm looking to, actually, I'll tell you what I'm looking to do in just a second. But here's the thing. If you don't feel you got the 10x rule from me, the 10 times the value you paid for this course, simply let me know. Look, in your members area, there's a button you click, it says support desk, and it says submit ticket, type it in, you say, Dean, you know, sorry, it wasn't for me, or Dean, you're told a load of nonsense, this course is crap. Give me my money back, and you'll get it. You know, you won't find that, by the way. Just to be clear, you really won't. But I want you to have complete confidence. So you may be asking, look, this question is bound to be on your mind. It was a concern of mine doing it at this low price. I really did worry, genuinely. I thought people might not take this seriously. Why am I giving so much for such a crazy low price? Look, I'm not offering it at $20 to get rich. You've seen the level my business is at, and I'm not saying that in a big-headed way. You know, I'm saying I wouldn't be here today by giving you any kind of nonsense and crappy course to go through. And you know, I'm certainly not trying to get as many people to spend this $20 with me to get rich off your $20. Here's the truth. You know, I'm offering it to you at a price that I believe anyone and everyone can afford here on the webinar. And the truth is, I'm doing it for everything that I've kind of gone through with here with you guys. I'm hoping we get to know each other better. I'm hoping that if this is the first purchase you've ever made with me in my business, your first dealings with me in my business at Internet Profits, I'm hoping this goes a long way to form a long-term, great, you know, profitable relationship for us both. And I hope by giving huge value in this purchase today that we do go on to have a long-term, highly successful business relationship together. And if the opportunity arises in future for us to work together, if you feel that there's opportunities I make available in my business going forwards at a higher level that you feel can benefit you and value your business based on this first investment you make with my business here in the BCB course, I do hope that it serves as a good reason for us to do future business together. And that's the truth. You know, you've seen what I've gone through, exactly what I've gone through here on the webinar. You know, I want to teach you to be able to create a business like this yourself where you're focused on helping people and you make a very successful living from doing so. And this is kind of the foot in the door. This is me giving you a training course for a very, very affordable, low price that, you know, I truly have put my heart and soul into for a long time, and I hope you really don't dismiss it because of the low price. I really do. So, you know, kind of carrying on here, look, another reason, you'll see this in my business going forwards. Everything I've taught you here, I practice what I preach. I haven't given you any theory. You'll see me put everything into practice that you'll learn in BCB, and you'll see how to build your business. Another thing, I'm always on the lookout for serious people to work with and partner with in some instances. You know, I do actually have one particular opportunity in my business where you can actually become a partner of my business, and we make a lot of money together. Kind of a win-win deal, you know, and that's just something you can investigate or something you can ask about in future. Now, the BCB course actually serves as a good indicator to me of who the serious people are. Who's serious about, everyone says, oh, I want an internet business, I want to make 10 grand a month, I want to make 100 grand a month. Who's actually serious about doing it? You know, a lot of people will not take action. Okay, so this course actually, to me personally, serves as a good indicator of who the real action takers are and who truly want success. Okay, now that opportunity I just mentioned there, I'm not here to talk about that today. You can learn more about that in future if you wish. You know, I've obviously got higher level opportunities in my business, but let's start here. You know, let's put you through this course. I think you're going to find it very, very valuable. I think you're going to get a tremendous amount from it. And if you complete it in the 30 days, we can obviously have a one-on-one consultation where you get an hour of focused one-on-one time with a six-figure earner. Okay? So here's what you're getting right now, guys, to complete everything, and we can round up this session today. I really do hope you've got a lot from this. You've got the opportunity right now. You can go to bcbsystem.com/go. In fact, if I've got the link here, oh, I have, yes. Right, I've just pasted it in the chat box so you can go there. So you're going to get instant access to the entire 9 steps of the BCB Elite course. Startup lessons 1 to 3, intermediate lessons 4 to 6, expert lessons 7 to 9. You'll receive daily email lesson reminders. So if you feel I can do more than 1 lesson a day, go for it. But I will still, you will still get put on that reminder list, right? So we'll not be trying to sell you something in those 10 days. We're here to help you through the course, because that course to us, to me personally, serves as a good indicator of potential partners and potential clients of the future. Okay, you will get all the options. You can do what you like with it. Lifetime access to our private community. Once you get started in lesson 1, that's where you'll get the link to be able to get into that, okay? Dedicated support, complete it within 30 days, complimentary strategy session, and all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. So please do go ahead and get that. You can see the options you've got for making your payment on the order form. At this time, I've been asked in the past, and I'm kind of moving away from PayPal in my business because I don't really trust them a great deal, if I'm honest. They froze thousands of dollars of my money for about 9 months, not long ago. like a year or so ago, and when they finally gave it me back, I decided I'm not going to give them so much authority anymore. So unfortunately, we're not accepting PayPal on the order form. You can see the payment options you've got. Hopefully you do have the ability to use one of those. For anyone that doesn't, I do apologize. It's just a decision I've taken in my business to kind of take more control of my business, if you like. I didn't really like what they did there. So go to bcbsystem.com/go. Enjoy the course. I truly mean that. Any problems arise, after you've actually completed your purchase, you've gone through the process, you'll actually land on a thank you page, and don't close that page down. It gives you a link through to the support desk. So what you should find is within about 10 minutes or less, sometimes it's just moments, you will end up, once you've purchased, gone through the process, you should have some emails with your account access information. If you don't see them in your inbox, please check your spam folders or junk folders, or if you're in Google, your promotion tab or all that kind of stuff, because the emails should definitely come. So where do they sometimes end up? Okay, so make sure you put it into your inbox. Make sure I would actually recommend you add us to your address book, because I want to make sure you get those daily lesson reminders as well. We don't want those going into your spam or anything like that. So please do move it into your Gmail inbox, or take us out of spam if we've ended up there. It's obviously they don't, until you kind of tell your inbox, these are good guys, I want to receive their emails, then they don't know, right? It kind of just puts us in a bracket. So it does happen sometimes. So please do check all of that. Make sure you add our email address from the email that you receive to your kind of email address book, if you like, in your inbox. And you should have no problem receiving our email. So a few people have actually arrived at the webinar late, I'm just seeing here now. So I'm just going to open this up, see if anyone's got any questions. Roy says, nice webinar, kept me awake. Well done. Thank you very much. Okay, well, lots of fantastic feedback. Wow, thank you very much, guys. I didn't even anticipate that. That's absolutely fantastic. Thank you. Really, really appreciate that. Wow. Okay, great. Okay, right, a few people had bad connections. Okay, conversion rates are good. Okay, so all right, I'm just looking here. Right, it doesn't look like there's really any questions. Sadly, if you don't have one of the payment options that are there available, there's not really a lot I can do, unfortunately, unless you can, kind of borrow, one of those cards that we accept or anything like that from a friend or, family member, your wife, your husband. Yeah, because like I said, we did use PayPal in my business. They're pretty much a law of their own, PayPal. So I'm trying to stay clear. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for all your kind words. You could try and do what Agora do on some products that people choose to price their way. Okay, yes, I'm just making sure that I haven't missed any questions here. It looks, it's kind of gone all jumbled up. Okay, will I need a website for this? Well, if you're going to build your business, you will need hosting and an autoresponder at minimum. This isn't, let me just make it clear. If you're looking for a quick fix to riches, shiny buttons, push button riches, any of that kind of BS and nonsense, this isn't for you. I've got to say, I specifically now, and this is what I would teach you to do, is your business wants to be structured to attract the right type of customer. I can't help people that are looking for instant overnight riches, unfortunately. I really can't. But if you're looking to build a successful long-term business and have an automated online sales system that does everything we spoke about here today, let me teach you the steps that you need to do it. Okay, thanks so much. Okay, but the whole. Okay, Mike said, thanks for the reminder. Training, invest in a robust strategic operation. Hope to be in better contact soon. Oh, fantastic, Mike. Great, thank you. Okay, right. It looks like, well, Drew says PayPal first 60K of mine for 90 days. Oof. Yeah, it was only, compared to that, it's nothing, but, right, guys, unless I've missed any, which if I have, I absolutely apologize, but it looks like all questions have been answered, so we'll round the webinar up there. I hope this has been worthwhile to you, whatever stage you're at in your business. I hope it's served as some kind of good training for you here, and I look forward to obviously hearing from you guys if you've invested in the course, because you can actually, in fact, I'm not going to spoil anything. Get started. You'll find a few surprises. I think you'll like what you see, guys. With that said, thank you very much for attending the webinar. It's been absolutely fantastic to get to know many of you for the first time and see many of you returning back to one of my training sessions here. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Take care. Good luck. Please take action. Okay. And I look forward to hearing from you soon. With that said, take care. Thank you very much. Bye-bye for now.